We good? Fakakta Comedy Funhouse Network. Yes. Welcome all my best friends in the entire world to Couch Pilots. Welcome to Couch Pilots. It's the show that dares to fly into the unknown territory of awful television pilots. I almost said piles. Awful television piles of the past. My name is Jason, a.k.a. Her Black Majesty, and across from me is Captain Philip Restisher, Blake Clayton himself. Thank you, Blake. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm ready. I've got my bag packed in case we decide to land somewhere else and stay overnight.
Your overnighter.
Oh, my overnighter.
Mm-hmm.
I got a smile on my face.
Yep.
I'm excited.
The 3 requirements for a flight.
An overnighter, excitement,
and the smile.
And a smile.
And a beautiful smile. I mean, technically that counts as a smile.
Yeah, I've got a $5,000 smile that I don't wear.
You know what? I love talking to you. I love bantering with you, but
you can't watch me.
Well, there's that.
You're lucky the microphone. I try to keep the microphone right in front of my mouth so
you don't see all my cavities.
Yeah.
And my tooth decay. No, I mean, and you know what? We're going to do some more banter, but we get a lot of fan feedback. We get a lot of people saying, "Hey, the show's great, but something's missing at the beginning. Something at the beginning of the show is a little off, or we need to pep it up a little bit." And I always say I like to come in nice and smooth off the sweet piano music that is the Wings intro theme song. So here's an attempt that we're going to try. A little something new, a little bit today.
Okay.
Where we are going to start off the show, because both of you and I, you don't drink alcohol or beer in any format.
No.
And I do a little bit. I don't really care about it, but I will.
Because of peer pressure is the only reason you do.
That's exactly right. That is true. But so I love soda. I drink a lot of soda. So today we're going to start off the show by one of us is going to have to chug a craft soda.
Okay.
And we got a little intro music for that.
Okay.
Beer makes us fired up, so come on, drink it all night long. Slam it, girl. 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 Where's the marching band at? Pound that beer. Pound that beer. Don't drunk dial, no. Pound that beer. Pound that beer. Pound that beer. Don't drunk dial, no. Pound that beer. Bubble on back to the bar stool.
You know, it says pound that beer, but it's not. We're not drinking beer.
Yeah, we're chugging it, so that's an appropriate song I found on the internet.
And you're probably wondering what are the Couch Pilots pounding today? And I'll tell you what we're pounding. It's a delicious Boots Beverages, and it's a strawberries and cream soda.
Oh, what year is that?
What year is it? It is oddly enough, it's a 2016.
Oh,
so it's fresh.
Is it barrel aged?
This one is not. I think you're going to find that a lot in your root beers.
Okay.
But the strawberries and cream, that's one of the type of craft sodas that you want to drink as soon as you can.
Sure.
You want to get as fresh as possible.
Right. And I believe with strawberry, you want to drink it chilled at like 43 degrees.
Yes, and it pairs well with like a Gouda.
Okay.
Like a nice Gouda cheese or any soft cheese.
And like for dessert wise, like a shortcake of some kind.
I would, yeah, absolutely. That's great. I didn't look into that, but that's perfect.
Sure.
On the front, it's all the Boots beverages. I'm sure everyone's familiar with their line of craft sodas, but it's got a picture of a little girl on the front, and it says her name is Kristen Sue, and here's the description on the side. Sue Boots, Boots' youngest daughter, loved being with her dad at the family bottling works. Just as soon as she could climb aboard the truck, she was right alongside Boots making deliveries. They both love strawberries and cream. Have a try, and you'll know exactly why.
Oh,
so I mean, I think this looks great.
Oh yeah, it looks delicious.
I hope we're going to spin the bottle here in just a second to decide which one of us is going to chug it. I kind of hope it's me.
All right. Do you want to use my temperature gauge to make sure that, like, the bottle is at 43 degrees?
Yeah, if you have it handy, absolutely. Thank you very much. You better spin that right now. This is at perfect temperature.
Okay.
You better spin it right.
I'm spinning the bottle.
All right.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on.
Oh, it's
Oh man,
it's on my phone. That's me.
That's you, buddy. Okay. Well, I tell you what. Let me hand this over to you, and you can crack it off. Crack
All
off
right.
the bottle here.
I'm excited. Ooh.
Love that sound. I never
I
get
know.
tired of that sound. So you go ahead and chug
Well,
that.
I'm gonna nose it first.
Let's get it cracking, man. Choke that down.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh boy, look at it. Loose lips, sink ships, and chug sodas too. If I don't say. How is it? Oh, he's almost done. Wow.
Woo!
You're breaking records here. How was it?
It's very soft. It's soft to the palate. It's not overpowering. I would give you some, but I chugged the whole thing.
Yeah, you're right. All I can ask is that I can smell your breath.
That girl is darling on the label, though.
She's an adorable little girl who apparently loves strawberries and cream, and so Boots Gone and Done made her a soda just for her.
It's perfect. It's better than that bacon soda.
Oh my god.
I have one of those in the refrigerator. Did you put it in there?
Yeah. Okay. Like
Because
weeks ago.
the other day I was like, oh, there's a bacon soda in here.
Yeah, I tried a little bit of baking soda once, and it made me physically ill for 2 or 3 days. And then my mom went to Nashville, Tennessee, and she came back with some sodas, and she's like, "Ooh, check this out." And I was like, "Yeah, I've had that. It's awful." And I kept it in my fridge for about a week. And I was like, "You know what? I'm just going to sneak it into your fridge sometime.
Maybe we'll have the guys from Low Blow when they come down next. Have them
Chug it."
chug it. But I love
boy.
this. I love the strawberry and cream. It's very creamy. It's great.
Go to our show notes. Check out our links. We got links for a bunch of great craft sodas. We love craft sodas. I know we don't talk about it a lot here at Couch Pilots, but that's going to change. So, go to the FCFnetwork.com, click on the links for Couch Pilots, and you're going to see all the different craft sodas that we enjoy week after week.
Yeah.
So, a little something to spice up the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
I'm actually really excited. And there's actually one more thing I've got,
Okay.
and that's I don't know about you, but I'm a big Paul Rubens fan. I love Pee Wee Herman, and on his kids show they had a word of the day.
Okay, but they said it, you go, ah!
Yes,
Yeah.
but we're not going to ask our frequent flyers to scream or go, ah, like Eminem once did. Instead, we're going to ask them to take a drink of their craft sodas at home.
Oh, okay. All right. That's great.
It is great, and today's secret word is, what is it?
Appetizer.
That's right. So anytime we say the word appetizer at home, I want you to take a little chug of your craft soda.
Great.
So great. So a couple little things to
And
spice up the
if
show.
you don't have a craft soda, email us,
Right.
and we'll just send you a case.
We'll just send you a whole case. Yeah.
Because we're hoping to get a sponsorship on this. So
So send us. You want to send us your name, your address, your social security number, and your birthday, and we'll get you a whole case of soda right now.
Definitely. I'm excited. I'm going to be really busy with the emails.
Yeah, people want that craft soda.
I speaking of emails, do you want to go ahead and read fan feedback, or you want to wait?
No, let's go ahead and read it right now. Let's wrap up our banter section by hearing this.
Okay. Well, this was from the iTunes.
Oh, we got a new thing in iTunes.
Yeah, and I printed it off, and I printed it too small. It's from X the Dukes, DUDEX.
Yeah.
It's recent, actually.
Okay.
I listened to their funny humors. It make me laugh much. Bad pilot make good show. 5 stars. Like
Now you said, first of all, thank you, Deuce X.
X the Deuce.
Ex Machina, the Xmas.
Yeah, X marks the spot. And when the spot is a review on iTunes that's a positive one.
And you had mentioned, I think, a few weeks ago that we have listeners from all across our great globe,
Yes.
known as planet Earth. One of them being China, which this is clearly from.
Oh, it's either that or the Netherlands.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Nether regions.
Yeah, the nether regions. This person from the nether regions speaks better English than I speak of their god-awful language.
Oh,
So-
yeah. And we thank them.
We thank them profusely.
For saying it in our native tongue. That way we could understand it. Because if they would have done it in their native tongue, we wouldn't have been able to understand it.
We'd just be scratching our heads and our balls. We would have no idea what's going on. But thank you so much for that comment. We appreciate it so much. We appreciate all of our frequent flyers. Everyone who listens to the show from across the globe.
Every single person. You know, a lot of times I look and I go, I'm in amazement.
Yeah.
I'm like, how is it possible that we can touch so many people? You know, because that's what it's all about. I mean,
Touching people.
France, China, Canada, United Kingdom, Germany, Ireland, Singapore, Spain, Russian Federation.
I want to touch people from all those countries.
Love them. Love every single one of them.
I want to touch all those people in their nether regions.
We're big in Virginia and California.
You know what? For my money, some of the best states in this union.
The two of the best states in the union.
Divided, we cannot stand. We need people from Virginia.
And
absolutely.
Yep. I mean, California, we only have to say that for like another 10 or 15 years because earthquake's going to happen and they're going to get shoved off into the
right.
And then they're going to become their own independent country.
Yeah,
they'll be a continent.
They'll be
the continent of California.
Yeah. And then I'll see you down in Arizona Bay.
Maybe we should buy property now. Oceanfront property in Arizona.
Beachfront property. Hey,
I'm Casey Kasem, and here's George Strait with Oceanfront property.
great
Climb
song.
the charts at number 5.
God bless Casey Kasem.
God bless George Strait.
I was just going to say that. I'm sorry. You beat me to it. I should have said him first. Just real quickly, did you see Tarmac John on your way up today? I was running a little late. I kind of ran through the tarmac. Yeah. I didn't see him. Doesn't mean he wasn't there.
I didn't see him either. Now that you mention it, it's kind of weird.
He's only, I don't know, what, 4? He's like 4'8". He's a small guy.
Sure.
So
most of them are.
Most of the tarmac workers are pretty short. So I ran right. They're like jockeys almost, like horse jockeys. You know?
Yeah.
It's like,
well, I mean, we're not told him about that. He'll probably try to get a job as that too.
Right.
The guy's going to kill himself.
I would hope not. But sometimes kids are like, Mom, I'm so short. What am I going to do? None of the girls like me. What can I do? I can't play basketball. It's like, hey, you can be a horse jockey, or you can work on the tarmac.
You can be a clown.
Or you can be a clown. One of God's precious little clowns, our Tarmac John. But sometimes, if I'm running late and I'm running, he's so short. Sometimes I don't see him.
Right, and we haven't taken we haven't pulled the curtain back in the cockpit yet because we don't want the sun in our eyes. So we don't want to bleach the controls. Right. So we haven't even seen. Maybe he's what if he's not out there?
Wow. There was 1 week where he was on administrative leave, and we barely got off the ground that day. I shudder to think. I mean, I think it was luck. I think it was dumb luck that we got off the ground. If he's not out there today, I don't want to press my luck.
Yeah, you just want to sit on the ground on tarmac and wait.
No, I think we should go. We owe it to our frequent flyers. Okay. We owe it to everyone listening to this show to take off the ground. Right. And I don't want to press my luck, but I will press my luck. A game show,
a wonderful game show,
a nice little appetizer for what we're about to do.
Oh, sorry. Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captains have turned on the fasten seatbelt sign.
Let me pull the curtain real quick.
Please do.
Right. Wow, that sun is bright.
Let's let our retinas adjust, our irises focus.
I don't see him down there.
I don't either. I might have to call him on a cell phone to see what's going on with him.
Okay.
But before that, let's tell you exactly what's happening here. This is a podcast, and obviously you know that much. But if you've listened to the show so far, you have no idea what else is happening. And if this is your first time, well, it's a podcast. This is one. Everyone's got one, but not like this one. No siree. This is the only podcast that watches television pilots, but not just any pilots. One that made only one episode, and they may or may not have even ever aired on TV.
Those are the golden nuggets, the ones that have not aired.
The ones that just never made it to TV in the first place, those ones that we have to search extra hard for, those are our little golden nuggets. These failed pieces of TV history are our bread and butter. They're our passion. We love them, and we love all of you.
I love them more than my children.
Right. Our frequent flyers.
No, the pilots.
Oh, the pilots. Yeah, I see that.
Were you talking about the frequent flyers?
When I say we love all of you, I was talking about the frequent flyers.
Yeah, I love them too.
Okay,
I love them. All 30 of them.
And before I talk about what we're watching today, I was listening to one of our last episodes, and it was that, you remember Shangri-La Plaza?
Yes, the first musical we ever did.
That's right. And there was a little girl on that show, and any little girl that's on the show, you like to go out and you like to see what they look like right now. And you know what? Your reasons are your own. I'm not going to ask you why you do it. I'm not interested. You often come back and say, hey, check out the tits on that little girl. And I'm just like, whoa, hold the phone. But that's fine. That's your business.
Well, yeah, I mean, you do a lot of research for the show. It's the least I can do to do my own research.
Absolutely. And I appreciate it very much. I will say that I looked up that girl myself. And yes, she was on Shangri-La Plaza as that little girl. She was also, I don't know if you remember this show, I Know My First Name is Steven. Do you remember that?
No.
That was a made-for-TV movie about a young boy that was kidnapped in the
song.
70s.
I know my name is Steven. It reminds me of a song.
Does it really?
I know my name is Steven.
You'll get there.
It seems weird.
I think you're singing the Wreck of the Ella Fitzgerald.
It could be. I often get those mixed up.
But that was a show. That was a made-for-TV movie that really stuck with me.
It scared children. It was purposely made to scare children.
It scared the shit out of me because it was basically saying, hey, in the 70s, you could just pick up a kid off the street and they'd go with you. You could say, hey, Timmy, your mom said I was supposed to pick you up, and I got a puppy and a chocolate bar, and the kid's like,
fuck yeah,
anywhere you want to go, mister, I'm with you.
Right.
But then later in the show, the kid grows up a little bit, and he's still with this guy who kidnapped him. And then they went out to like kidnap another kid. This time it was like in the mid 80s.
Sure.
Because I don't know, like 10 years had passed or whatever. And the kid in the mid 80s was fighting. He didn't want to go. So
what? A puppy and a chocolate bar. Get your ass in the van.
I've often dreamed about like hermetically sealing a bunch of puppies together just to create like a puppy blanket that I could wrap myself in.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, just one would get me into a car.
Oh, definitely.
And you know what?
The little faces and the little puppy breath.
Oh, I love puppy breath. I'd love that.
Yeah.
And you know, honestly, I'm a little OCD, and so every time a car goes by, I count windows. It's something I do. If a van pulled up and I saw a puppy, that would be gone. I wouldn't even know if the van had any windows or not. I would just say, "Oh, here's a puppy. I'm going where that puppy goes."
Right.
So any windowless vehicle could pick me up at that point.
Sure. I kind of feel like I cheated myself because when I was molested, that guy didn't have a puppy.
Well, yeah, you really missed out. I know what to get you for your birthday.
He had micro league baseball.
This is becoming.
Eventually, over the years, the whole story is going to probably come out.
Yeah. You know how we did the IBWIP? We released all the spaghetti westerns?
Right.
We'll release the
first 7.
Well, yeah, we'll release a complete anthology of your molestation.
It's kind of like therapy. For just small increments of therapy.
Cheap, pretty inexpensive therapy. Mm-hmm. That's fine. If I can help you through that. I will say she was probably pretty young in that I Know My First Name is Steven, this Allison Mack girl from Shangri-La Plaza, but she was also in the show Wilfred, which about 6 months ago I binge watched the whole thing over the course of like 3-4 weeks, and she is very attractive.
Okay, well, that's the one where the guy has a imaginary dog.
Well, I think the dog is real, but he sees the dog as a man in a dog suit, and they are friends and they have conversations.
Right.
So it was originally an Australian show, then they came over here.
And it was the guy from The Hobbit is in it.
That's right, Sir Ian McKellen.
Is it good?
The show is all right. Yeah, it wanes in certain. It should have been shorter, like the Aussies are like Brits, where they have shorter seasons and shorter
pants,
sans culottes, if you will.
Sure.
It was okay, but she was on the show. She had an arc on the show, and she is very attractive. So I have to give you some mad props for saying that little girl was attractive. I'm going to have to give you a high five on that one. Nice.
Thank you.
All right, so let's get
Don't
past
doubt me ever again.
I will never doubt you on child attractiveness. So today we discuss our very first, like Shangri-La, first musical. Today, our very first game show from the year of our Lord 1996. It's Jeopardy for Stupid People, Grill Me.
And they said Jeopardy for Stupid People.
That was their tagline. Yeah, that was their tagline. Jeopardy for Stupid People. The show's called Grill Me. It came out in 1996. Here's a couple highlights from that year. You know, we just try to keep it in perspective, try to put ourselves like, oh, I was alive then. What was going on in popular culture? A little trip back in time.
Sure.
Britain alarmed by an outbreak of mad cow disease.
Ooh.
In mid-March. Remember that? Mad cow?
Yes, I remember that was a big thing.
It's all bullshit, right? Oh, swine flu. Oh, my God, I'm going to get... Oh, my God, SARS.
What's the new thing that the mosquitoes have?
Zika virus.
Yep. Going to kill every one of us.
Oh, my God, don't go to Africa. Don't travel out of the United States.
In Florida. It's really bad in Florida. They have stations of quarantine stations.
I have wanted to take my daughter to Disney World for a while, but it's been too inexpensive. Maybe the Zika virus.
Too inexpensive?
I'm sorry, it's been too expensive.
Okay, I was like,
all
this podcast money.
Excuse me, I think I will pay a little bit more, ma'am. No, this might be a good time to go down there. If their tourism is suffering, it might be a good time.
Yeah.
I'll swoop in there like a goddamn mosquito myself, suck a little out of the...
little blood out of the Disney Corporation.
Exactly right.
I like it.
Okay, well, To me, it's all bullshit, though. Ooh, SARS, ooh, Zika. Oh, I've got the avian flu. No, get the hell out. No one's dead.
Oh, I got AIDS.
Yeah, something like that. Like,
whatever.
Ooh, boy, I got brain cancer. Get off your high horse, sir.
Right. Maybe you shouldn't put your head in a microwave.
Maybe you shouldn't put your head in front of a microphone for 3 hours every Monday night, get out of here.
It's true.
Look. Okay, Bob Dole sweeps the primaries, which I almost read as primates. Primaries, Bob Dole. I don't know. You remember Bob Dole?
Yeah.
Bob Dole talked like this.
Yeah.
Bob Dole always had a pen in his arm. Or in his hand, rather.
Was he Irish? McGruber?
McGruber?
I just think anything Mick Foley, McGruber.
Can you imagine?
McBealty.
Ally McBeal. Ally McBealty.
Mac the Knight.
Mac the Knife.
Mac the Knight was the moon that was the spokesperson for McDonald's.
That was his name?
Yeah.
How about Suge McKnight?
Oh, that fat fucker. He reminds me of Bizarre from D12.
The whole reason I remember Bob Dole is because Norm Macdonald would do him all the time on SNL,
yeah,
and I
very
love
good.
that. I love that. He was awesome. Oh God, I wish his podcast would come back. You ever listen to that show?
No.
25 incredible episodes where Norm Macdonald just got to do whatever the hell he want. He talked about he said the word analingus. I never heard that before.
I like it.
FBI arrests suspected Unabomber. There's another crazy thing that happened.
That was the guy that wore the hoodie. Molly says I look like him all the time because I wear my hoodie up, like in the house, and I like put I like to chew on my shirts and stuff. Not necessarily chew, just put them in my mouth. And she always says, "Take your hoodie down. You look like the Unabomber." Yeah,
he had the sunglasses, and it turned out to not look anything like him. But that image,
the sketch artist. Definitely. But he was like an old shaggy guy. Like he was super shaggy.
I think he was super smart too, and he was just a guy who's like, "Hey, technology, it's sending us in the wrong direction. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take us back to the Stone Age."
Yep, and you know what? If he would have succeeded, we would have never had podcasts.
Yeah,
but his lack of appetite for technology led us to where we are today.
I agree wholeheartedly. I was watching Tosh.0, you know that show?
Yeah.
I don't know if they still make it anymore. I haven't seen an episode of that in years. But he said he had once delivered an idea on his show about kids because they're always sucking on the strings from their hoodies about making them flavored.
Ah.
Is that so? You just mentioned chewing on your clothes. Would that be beneficial to you?
Well, no, because I always cut my strings out as soon as I get a hoodie.
But would you keep them if they were flavored?
No. Cut them. I don't like them dangling.
Okay, so what part do you chew on? Right by the top of the zipper?
Yeah.
Okay, what if that was flavored? Would you like that?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it would be a good appetizer for, a steak or something.
Yeah, a good appetizer really can make or break a meal. Kentucky Derby champion Grindstone. I don't know where they come up with these names.
Kind of like the other night we were watching the bullfighting, and my son was super excited. Like, he would read the name of the bull as it was in the chute. Like, oh, here's, Cowboy Bob Orton, who's riding Grandpa's Pissed Off. He'd be like, look, that bull's name's Grandpa's Pissed.
Legendary professional wrestler Cowboy Bob Orton is now bull riding?
Yep.
I didn't know that about him.
Got to make money.
What about Tugboat? What's he doing?
I think he works...
Is he busting at the Olive Garden?
You know what? That was the last place I saw him.
That's the last place? You see him a lot. That was the last place. You're always running into Tugboat.
I'm like, what are you doing? Following me?
The movies Fargo, Jerry Maguire, and Sling Blade all came out. Those are good movies.
Sling Blade was good.
Yeah. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me all the money.
That wasn't Sling Blade.
What's that?
That wasn't Sling Blade.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the guy gets out of jail. Right? He's like, well, yeah, I said it like that. Show me the money.
I like taters.
French fried
tater salad.
French fried tater salad.
They call me tater salad. Don't worry, little boy. I won't hurt you. I got a puppy and some chocolate.
I like the way you talk. Then they threw, and at the end they threw Jerry Maguire into that wood chipper.
Yeah, yeah.
Gangster rapper Tupac Shakur is shot 4 times in a drive-by shooting. He dies 6 days later at the age of 25.
You know, in the 90s, rappers, I mean, they were living what they were singing about, you know, and you're just like, come on, guys. We don't have to die.
Yeah.
Just rap about bitches and hoes. Don't rap about guns.
Or maybe eating healthy, getting a good run in.
Right. But don't rap about other rappers and feuds and calling people out on your rhymes.
It was a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, I mean,
and R.I.P.
R.I.P. And you know, but luckily, you know, he went on tour recently as a hologram.
Yeah,
he's released 47 albums since his death. So you know, he's still banking it.
He's doing okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you get shot and die, there's still a chance you could do okay.
Exactly.
And he proves it. God bless him. And you know, I look at him and he's like, he died at age 25. And I think, man, in 3 years, I'm going to be 25. And I'm scared because, you know, it's like now it's real. Once I hit 25, it's like, oh, and I know you'll be 25 in a year or so. And it's just like, you get to that point where you know famous people have died and you're like, wow, it's just people my age are dying. It could really happen. You know what I mean?
You're not 25.
I'll be 25 in a couple of years. And I just looking down that tunnel and saying, wow, I'm coming up on 25. That's terrifying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's real terrifying.
1996. I was 15 years old when Grill Me was released. How old were you?
I was 21, buddy.
21.
I was already knee deep in alcoholism.
21, buddy.
Yep.
And when did the alcoholism start?
Well, I don't know necessarily when it started. I started drinking at maybe 15.
Oh yeah.
So I was full blown. Also at 21 for my birthday, I got a pregnancy test that had a plus sign. That's what I got for
Did someone think that was a good idea to give you on your birthday?
Apparently so.
How old was the person who gave that to you? 25.
No, I think she's about the same age.
20.
Maybe 20. 20.
20. Did she wrap it up in a present?
Nope, just handed it to me. And she didn't even say happy birthday, really. She just said, uh-oh.
And then you're like, why'd you give this to me on my birthday? And she was like, oh, today's your birthday?
No, she said, because this is your official lock and key.
And then you're like, well, when's your birthday so I can give you an engagement ring?
Right. The good old days.
We didn't just choose Grill Me for any, we didn't pull it out of a hat.
No, we don't just write them all down on little pieces of paper, fold them 3 times, put them in a hat. I mean, there's a method
That's
to
actually that we should start doing it that way. That actually sounds really good.
We can call it the potpourri season.
The potpourri?
Season of potpourri.
Yeah, I like that. Make a note of that. Write that down. Yeah, perfect. How do
you spell potpourri?
P-O-P. Got it? O-P-O-P-O. O-P-O-P. Re. How do we decide? Because obviously that's how we're going to start doing it from now on, what you just wrote down. But how do we do it as of right now?
We have criteria. There's 3 pieces of criteria that need to be met for us to even put it on the table.
Yeah. Some things make it past these 3, and then we're just like,
fuck
maybe.
It. Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, fuck this.
First, there's 4. There's a phantom 4.
Well, yeah, but that one is kind of in limbo.
Okay. So 1 is it has to be free.
Yeah.
It has to be a failed pilot that didn't make it to series, and it had to be readily available.
It's just that simple. It's just a 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
That's how we say it.
It's like the 3 strikes in a baseball game.
That's right. It's just that simple. That's how we say it over here. We give it the old 1, 2, 3. I say I'll send you some links in the email, and I say watch these links, and you usually email me back and say, hey, did you give it the old 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
And I say, you bet I did.
Yeah, I did that the other night because it was about something completely different. I was about that date that you went on.
Yeah, I said, did you give her the 1, 2, 3?
No, I texted you and I said, hey, did you do 1, 2, 3? Did you do the 1, 2, 3? And you're like, I sent you the links last week, and I'm like, I'm not talking links.
And I said, oh, I get you. And I said, I got 1, 2. I didn't get 3.
That's all right.
You know,
you got to work.
Meatloaf once said 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Right. I mean, think about it. If you get 3 out of 10, you're batting 300. You're going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, I'd love to be in the Hall of Fame of podcasting, of dating women, whatever it is, wherever you can fit me in. Whoever have me in their Hall of Fame, I would love to be a part of it.
You would have a very large bust. in the Hall of Fame.
I think I've lost a little weight.
No, it's just your head. They just put your head.
You're talking about my tits?
No, your head.
Oh, like an art bust.
Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Get your head out of the gutter. We got a show.
I'm always thinking of titties.
That's true.
So where can you find Grill Me? You can find the entire episode by subscribing to Couch Pilots in iTunes or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes. Or you can go to YouTube and search Grill Me Pilot. It's there, but if you're going to subscribe to us anyway, just go to the show notes and you just click that blue link. It's safe. It's friendly. It'll take you right to where you need to go.
We've done all the safety work.
Yeah, a lot of times
we got our hard hats on.
Yep,
we're in front of the computer.
Type. Ching.
And okay, we've done everything. This is definitely a blue link.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and learn a little bit more about Grill Me.
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff, please.
I didn't see John anywhere.
No, I'm pretty worried. We're going to do a promo later, and during that time, I'm going to give him a call.
Okay. Does their cell phone work this high in the air?
No. Summary of Pilot. A trivia-based quiz show set in a diner and structured like a meal, with an appetizer round, an all-you-can-eat round, a main course, and a dessert round. That's about right.
Yep.
That's a good summary.
Yep. Game show shouldn't need a lengthy, wordy summary.
It means summarize it. Make it short. You're getting choked by your own equipment. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, here's another summary. Grill Me was a pilot shown on USA Network in 1996 that was a quiz on popular culture set in a diner. Categories were considered as meals, while payoffs were referred to as prices. Also pretty good.
Great.
I love it. I copy and paste those because all I can do is screw that up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you left it to your own demise, it would be like, this drama is set in the 1946 era.
I'm falling asleep already.
Yep.
I don't want to put any... Sound like you're choking on something.
Yeah.
Oh, God. This next part of the show is some people... they love it or they hate it. It's called Interesting Facts. Like I said, we dig into these shows. We find out kind of behind-the-scenes stuff, things maybe you didn't know. Say you did see it, or you did watch it. You clicked on one of our links and you checked it out. You're like, oh, hey, I have a certain feeling about this. Fantastic, and that's all you know. But we're going to give you a little extra.
Sure.
This is like the DVD extras.
We're putting the columns in the foundation right now.
Absolutely.
So the rest of the show, you can sit back, know that you're stable because you have...
It's a solid factual foundation. Yep. And I will mention before we continue is that all of these are facts. They're without a doubt the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
So help me.
I'll help you whatever you want to do. Do you want me to start doing some...
No, I'm sorry. Just so help me God. I thought we were...
Whoa.
What? So help me podcasting God.
Amen.
I've never heard you say amen before. It was adorable. I'm always saying it. Finally, you say it. Well, I do want to say that these are facts, and you may feel a certain way about them, but I don't want to know what that is.
Right.
You know, I see these as uncut diamonds, kind of pure in form, and if I give you my opinions on these facts, it might taint them in a certain way or give you a certain bias. I don't want that for you. I want you to take them in pure.
No tainted love here.
Right. So let's soft shoe over.
And don't email us, and don't put on our Facebook about how these are interesting facts. Don't say that.
We know you're trying to be smart.
We've got 3 or 4 fan feedbacks of that.
Oh, just like, hey, well, these facts are interesting. Yeah. Real funny guy, real original.
Yeah.
All right, frequent flyers, get in line. You know, I'm
gonna start taking points. Frequent flyer points.
I was just gonna say it. I was gonna say that pachinko machine has a subtraction button.
Oh, sure it does. We try not to use it.
It got dusty, but you know, keep don't polish it up. Get it ready. We might have to use it.
Spit shine now.
Aired on the USA Network on September 9th, 1996.
Yeah, and it's a game show, so it doesn't really matter what time of the year. It's going to be on in the middle of the day. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter.
Yep. Especially on the USA Network, right? It was hosted by actor/comedian Jordan Brady. It was his second and last game show. His first was MTV's short-lived music quizzer, Turn It Up, in 1990. Do you remember Turn It Up?
No, I don't remember that.
That was before I started watching MTV.
Was that before Chris Hardwick?
Yeah, Hardwick was 95, 97, somewhere in there.
That's where it all went downhill.
For him?
Just MTV in general.
I see. You didn't like Singled Out?
I just like Chris Hardwick.
I liked him on Singled Out.
You know why? Because he was drunk. He was tolerable when he was a drunk. Now that he's sober for...
Was he drunk then?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever
he's
see...
Only been sober for about
8 months?
12 years.
12 years a slave to alcohol.
Aren't we all?
Absolutely we are. Bow before a distilled master. I want to ask you about Terminator 3. Did you ever see that one?
No.
No, okay. He was in Terminator 3. He played a scientist.
Oh, and he probably sucked some guy's dick just to be able to be on that because I love Terminator, man. I love Terminator. Terminator's great. Oh, I love the Terminator franchise. Hey, you know what I like best? I like the Terminator franchise. Fucking hate him.
That's him at a 10.
Jesus.
The only time I listen to the Nerdist is if they have a good person to interview.
Sure.
And it's not. I don't think it's a bad show. But like we discussed before, he's over enthusiastic.
Name dropper. He's a huge name dropper.
Yeah. I at my core, I really do like Chris Hardwick, but I think there's some things about his personality that wear on me a little bit,
yep.
Which is unfortunate because I genuinely liked.
I hope
MTV.
it rains on his wedding.
Oh, that's terrible. You know what? I think between him and the woman, I can't remember who he's marrying, but she's like worth hundreds of millions of dollars. I think they can control the weather. Once you have a certain amount of money, you can make sure by an act of God you do not have rain on your wedding day.
That's true.
I will say this. I didn't Alanis Morissette once sing about raining on your wedding day?
It's like rain on your wedding day. It's free ride when you've already paid. It's some good advice that you just can't take. But who would have thought you'd figure Mr. Play It Safe was afraid to fly?
Well, guess what, Alanis? We're not afraid to fly. Okay?
I can only sing 13 seconds of that before we get in trouble.
Well, it has to sound like it, too.
That girl's got a schnoz on her. She's pretty until you look at her sideways.
Would you leave these poor innocent people alone?
He's like, I love fucking guys in the ass, but I'll marry this rich lady.
That's terrible. Anyway, I was going to say, he was in Terminator, Chris Hardwick. We've really gone off on a tangent on Mr. Chris Hardwick. He was in Terminator, and he had gotten pudgy at that point because of his alcoholism.
Sure.
But is it documented that during his singled out days he was drunk?
He stated. He
okay, I didn't know that. I know after that he kind of like, I'll just host a show called Shipmates and host a bunch of crappy shows and get drunk. And he was in. He looked good in House of a Thousand Corpses, though. I think he looked all right.
I never saw it.
I
love House of a Thousand Corpses. It's my favorite show. Oh man, the guy who wrote that is so awesome. I love everything he ever done.
All right, I'm getting away from that. I don't know what Turn It Up was. I don't know what that was on MTV. I wasn't watching MTV at that point. I tell you what else, though. Interesting fact-wise, the show was sponsored by Honda.
Oh, I have. That's well documented.
Yes, it is very well documented. The show used podiums from a previous USA Network game show, Quicksilver.
That's a fact that people should know.
Okay. That's, the
way you stare me down. But it is. Of all the facts so far you've presented, that one is the most I want people to remember.
Okay. I accept what you're saying. I'm not going to comment on one way or the other. I really feel like you're walking a fine line here. There's plenty of things that we can add to each of these. We just went off on a tangent about Chris Hardwick, and it included no bias about that fact that stemmed from that. And you're really walking a line.
All right,
it's okay.
Let's get cracking.
Let's get cracking indeed. I don't remember the USA Network game show Quicksilver. I don't remember that. I'm sure it was awful. It is unknown whether this was supposed to be a celebrity game or a civilian game.
Yeah.
It would have to be a civilian game, right? Because talk shows, especially something like that, they would probably come on like 4 or 5 days a week.
Right. And so you wouldn't be able to find that many. But I think this one had famous people on, but it was to get it going, to get people watching it.
Yeah, you want to try to get the most fully formed, best version of a show when you're making a pilot, so you move it forward. And I don't want a bunch of schlubs that I've never seen before. Why don't put Dweezil Zappa? Why don't we put Susan Olsen and Christoph Saint? What was his name? St. Clair? St. James?
St. John.
St. John.
That's the good saint.
My favorite. That's
Saint
it.
of bathrooms.
Is that right? Saint Shitter.
The holy urinal.
The holy shit. That's the end of Interesting Facts.
Okay.
No more facts are available about this show to be presented.
Okay. All right.
So let's talk about this show. Let's break it down. What did you think about Grill Me?
Let's just start off with the intro. It's a game show. You want high energy. You want excitement. You
got it.
You got it. It's fast rocking music. And there was hard cuts. But there was this red sports car.
A beautiful Honda.
And
a lot of like checkered flags.
Yes, it was
checkered floors. Just hot ladies dancing.
Yeah, and then there was a black guy that was dancing. But yeah, it was. I mean, right off the bat, they came out. The dancers are just dancing, getting down, and it was cool because like the crowd wasn't like on like theater seats. Like they were at tables.
Yes,
which was super cool. But these dancers were they were just so intense.
Everything they got,
they were popping, they were rocking, they were torquing, they were borking.
They were torquing and burping.
Borking.
Oh, Borkin. I'm sorry.
Yeah, remember her song? She wore
the swan dress.
Swan dress.
Borkin. Yeah, she was from the nether regions, right?
Yep.
Yeah, great. I love her.
A lot of clapping. The dancers were encouraging everyone to clap. I don't like clapping.
No,
I don't like clapping ever.
No, I've never wanted to hear a clap in my life.
It's annoying when people are clapping.
If I'm in a situation where people start clapping, and it's usually like in a school auditorium. Or rarely, like the Star Wars film that we all went to go see together. People start clapping. I just stand up. I keep my mouth shut. I turn 90 degrees. I walk down the aisle, and I leave.
Yep. Don't clap.
No, thank you.
Who are you clapping to?
It's an assault on my ears. Thank you.
Wayne Brady comes out.
We just lost a light bulb.
That's all right. It'll
come
miracle.
back on. Oh, that's a testament to your electrical work.
Yes, we're having some issues. Greg Brady comes out. And says, "Welcome everybody to the best game show in the world."
Jordan Brady.
I know.
You say Wayne Brady?
No, I said Greg Brady.
Greg. Oh.
I was trying to bring it to the.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Just killed it. But he, like you said earlier, the Jeopardy for stupid people is what he said. So right off the bat, he's saying, if you're watching this and enjoying it, and you know any of the answers, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. He immediately
shames He shames. Not only does he shame the contestants, who have a long history of fame and fortune.
That's right.
But he also insults everyone sitting at the tables, saying you didn't even know you were coming here to watch this. I'm
sorry to crap on your point about his name, but I don't know Jordan Brady. I don't know him from Adam. This was potentially a jumping off point for his career. This is a job for him. This is a job for the dancers, for the cameramen, everyone, the producers.
And he just shit on it by doing a bad job. I mean, it wasn't even, this is the Jeopardy for stupid people. Yeah. Okay, well, then you're stupid because you're hosting it. But I digress.
You know what he looked like to me? You know Andy Kindler? He's a comedian. Yeah. He looked like a young version of Andy Kindler and a young version of Mark Maron smashed together.
Yeah, and he had, at that time in the 90s, if you had a suit on, it had to be twice the size of you.
It had to touch the top of your kneecaps. You had to look like you were from the Matrix.
And that was annoying.
Yeah, he had a really long
cut. Now suits barely fit people.
They kiss the top of your nipples.
And it's just like tight and,
well
tailored.
Yeah.
Back then, Kid and Play.
Oh yeah,
Hola, hey.
Yeah, everyone.
Everybody's like,
is that Kid and Play?
I gotta have some place to put all my cocaine.
Yeah, or you could carry a shotgun in your pants too if you wanted. You ever? No, I don't want to talk about it. Never mind. Okay, so they have three contestants on the show.
Yep.
At three separate podiums. They had Dweezil Zappa, the aforementioned Dweezil Zappa.
Dweezil Zappa, charity that he's playing for, Kids AIDS.
Kids AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
Kids. I mean, kids be fucking.
Kids be doing intravenous drugs.
Yeah, kids be swapping saliva. Kids press their open wounds together for sure.
Oh yeah,
I remember when I was a kid.
You cut your leg, and your best friend would come over and lick it.
Yeah, or he said, "Hey, I cut my leg too," and then you wrap your open wounds together. And good God, I mean, 70s, whatever, 1970s. After that, AIDS comes around. Kids get kids AIDS.
Yep. So Dweezil Zappa was playing for Kids AIDS. Then, at first I didn't know who she was.
Because of her massive bangs?
Massive bangs. Susan Olsen, also known as Cindy Brady, was playing for ZPG.
I don't know. I heard them all, but I didn't write them down.
Something. But
She looks like she had an explosion of hair from her forehead, from like mid-forehead.
And she had just had a baby like 2 weeks before the taping.
That doesn't excuse the hair.
Nope. And then Christophe St. John, who was from Young and the Restless.
Like I'm supposed to know who the hell that is.
He decided, hey, I'm on a game show on national television. I'm not wearing a shirt. I have muscles. I'm just wearing a vest.
Vest only. Boy, I tell you what, if that and that's proof positive that that's not a real restaurant because they wouldn't put up with that.
Nope, no shoes, no shirt, no service,
no game show.
And he was playing for Bridge the Gap.
Yeah,
which was
give AIDS to kids.
Yeah, bridge that gap. Like we got too many kids. Let's try to tank things.
And said let's not educate kids about not rubbing their open wounds together.
So only the strong will survive.
Absolutely, it's a bit of Darwinism, and God bless them for that. I'm a strong believer in that as well. So that's why they had Cindy Brady in the middle because these two guys were playing for opposing charities and were not. They didn't even make eye contact the whole show.
No,
for that reason.
And there was, people would think, oh, Jason just made it funny. There was some tension between the two of them through this. I spent a lot of time watching this. Okay,
22 minutes.
22 minutes, but I would pause to write stuff down. I didn't want to miss anything. I was watching facial reactions.
There's if you can't answer a question, you have a little something that says "eat it."
Is a set of lips,
and you put it on someone, on the next contestant that you want them to eat it. And or is that the tension you're talking about? Because he kind of slapped it on him, right?
He slapped it on. He slapped it on Susan at the final round. No, but we'll get into it more. But Christophe had a little bit of a role. But Susan had a really big role the first appetizer round, and Dweezil was not doing well at all. And he got really pissed off. He was very, very agitated.
Dweezil was?
He came in very cocky, very ready to do this, but quickly started doing poorly and was not happy about it. And then I think Christophe noticed this and really kind of started like, in your face, Dweezil.
Well, that is interesting, and I'm not going to go back and watch it. You know what I mean? I should. It sounds interesting, but I'm not going to go back and watch it. I'll take your word for it.
All right. So the first round is the appetizer round. Now, what happens here is each round obviously is a different course, like you said during the summary. What happens is the overexcited, stimulated, coked up dancers.
Yep.
Take turns bringing out a big menu card.
Yep.
Which shows the categories.
The categories and then the price next to them. But my question here is about the price. Everyone started with like $99.95, right?
Right.
Why did they start with that?
I believe they thought that, hey, if I answered every question wrong, how much would I go in the hole? So they just started them off at $99.
That's weird. I don't get that because later Susan Olsen racks up points, but at the same time, if she didn't, I think she would have been subtracted a bunch of points. So like you could have easily gone into the negatives. I don't know, but so they start off with $99.95, and then for each category, there's a price associated with that. Every time you answer a question in that category correctly, you get that amount on your board, on your scoreboard.
Right. For example, the points were worth $17.95 on the appetizer round.
Do you remember what they chose on the appetizer round?
I have quite a few of the categories.
Let's hear a couple.
Let's see. French onion, Snoop, Doggy Dog.
Yeah.
Brady Brunch.
Right.
Now, see, that's not fair. Right off the bat, you're going to have one of the categories is Brady Brunch. You have the youngest of the Bradys. It's like it was set up perfectly.
It should have been like Dweezil Zappa Valley wine. The wine. I'll just hand that to him.
Right. And again, like you said, if you did not know the answer, you could make someone eat it, which you stuck a pair of lips on, and then and if they got it wrong, they would lose points.
It's about this time
that Dweezil was not having fun by the end of this round.
No, he wasn't. And they brought out the menu. They made their choice. I think it was Brady Brunch first. I think Dweezil chose that. Mm-hmm. And at this point, I feel like there was too much free form from the contestants. Christophe St. Clair or whatever his name is.
St. John.
He starts walking around and talking and stuff. And I just feel like, hey, we got a game show to play here. We don't need you to walk around and do your little bits.
Tight 22. We got a tight, just like our podcast.
In and out.
Like when
22 minutes.
When we push record, I look at you, you look at me, and we say at the same time, an hour and 10 minutes.
So, yeah, you're right. They can hit the little eat it thing and force someone else to answer the question. And if they get it wrong, they get subtraction. They have no choice but to answer.
Susan doesn't need that.
No.
She just starts racking off.
She knows all the Brady Bunch facts.
And she knew, and it wasn't just that round. Like, she knew all the other stuff, too.
She's pretty good.
Dweezil didn't get any right the first, and Christoph, in his vest, got a couple right. But she tore it up. She was up by like $50, $60.
Yeah. And I got to say, at this point, I'm really noticing that Jordan Brady, not funny. He's not very good.
No.
He's saying, like, for the buzzers, like, get your hands on your thingies, and put your hands up, put your hands on the stuff, and he kept saying that over, and I was like, it's not funny.
Yeah,
but the crowd probably
he was insulting Dweezil like right off the bat. And I think that's what also started it too, because he was like, Dweezil, he's in third place with no point.
Yeah, it was like Susan in first place. We got Christoph over here in second, and then Dweezil's here too. Just stuff like that.
He was pissing him off.
He's still in the competition, apparently.
So at the end of the appetizer round, time for some dancing. It's
time for the Blue Plate Special.
Blue Plate Special. It's a special question that's worth $25.
And even more dancing after they had the question and answered it. There's even more dancing after that.
And we head to commercial break.
When have we ever wanted dancing in a game show?
Or in a diner. Have you ever went to a diner and said, God, I wish this waitress was dancing around?
I've never, no.
The only time that's ever happened is when I had breakfast at Club Cabaret.
You had breakfast there? Was that early in the morning?
Oh, I was in the middle. It was the best breakfast. It was 99 cents. It was 2 eggs, toast, and a sausage patty.
99 cents.
Heck yeah.
That's better than McDonald's.
Damn right it is, and it tasted better, too.
You know where it came from. The kitchen.
Right. So we go to commercial. First, we have a commercial for the Honda Del Sol.
Right. And then Doan's effective back pain medicine.
I wish I had some Doan's right now.
Oh, boy.
Then, the Big Cheese.
That's right.
It wasn't Kraft cheese. It was actually called the Big Cheese.
They didn't say Kraft the whole commercial. I was waiting for the very end. I thought they were going to say it. They didn't. Nope. It was just by some company or brand called Big Cheese.
Yep.
And then you've got Robert Hayes and Dean Stockwell starring in Unabomber, The Untold Story.
Which is crazy because they've, we're talking about that year. You were talking about what happened in '96. About the Unabomber, and here they're already putting something on TV about him.
Well, this is
the untold true story.
And they really had to hustle on that because they had the suspected Unabomber when we were talking earlier. That was in March. This came out in September. They had like 5-6 months to knock this thing out.
Yep.
How do you get Dean Stockwell into that period? He must have caught Dean at the right time.
He must have not had anything going on.
What was next? What came up next?
Oh, well, if you have too many appetizers, you might get a tummy ache. Then comes Pepto-Bismol. Does anybody even take Pepto-Bismol anymore?
I know a guy.
Really?
One guy.
You know one guy?
And it's all your stomach needs.
Yep. My favorite thing about the Pepto-Bismol commercials is when they showed like the clear diagram of the stomach, and then the Pepto-Bismol just coming down and coating it.
You like what if at the end of that picture, that little graphic, the complete stomach was not covered? Would that bother you? If there's a little portion of the stomach,
I would be like, this stuff is not going to work.
You got to make sure it's fully coated,
right? And finally, before we head back to Grill Me, we got one more Honda Civic commercial.
Bookending those commercials with the great Honda Civic. God bless it. They go back to Celebrity Grill Me, and they here they get to know the contestants.
A little meet and greet.
Yeah, so you've got Susan, again, with just her massive, unbelievable bangs. Christoph with his no sleeves. And then Dweezil with his dead dad.
And his T-shirt that has the number 5 on it.
Oh, yeah. I think they talked about his album or something for a second.
Yeah.
Whatever. Next thing we're going to do is...
Oh, yeah, because he's like... said something about the album, and he's like... Brady's like, it's a great album. I listened to it, or something like that. And Dweezil's like, yeah, because I gave it to you. He was pissed. Dweezil was not having fun.
I have to see now. You're tainting my experience.
Tainted love.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Maybe I should go back and watch that to see if I can pick up that.
Oh, you got to just Play that, folks. Listen, watch this, and then go back and watch it again, and just watch Dweezil the whole time. Don't focus on anything else except his facial expressions. But now it's time. Meet and greet's over. It's time for all you can eat round. Surf and turf.
Surf, turf, or Smurf.
Yep.
So it basically says, hey, here's some names. Did this person get famous because of something they did on land, on the water, or are they a cartoon character?
Yep. And this was a quick round. It was a lightning round.
It was very fast.
And Christoph thought he was the man, but Dweezil Zappa got 2 of them right.
Nice.
You go, Dweezil. Guess what it's time for?
Another commercial already?
Time for
crazy.
dancing.
Always dancing in and out of commercial break. I've never.
And they had all 3 of the dancers had those little Garth Brooks like ear microphone coming down to their. Yeah. It was really unnecessary. They needed to be in waitress outfits. They were not. They were
for sure, like a flow type outfit.
Yeah,
right?
They were just in like checkered leather pants and stuff.
Yeah, like hot pants, like little hot shorts. Ooh, yeah.
More commercials. The Honda Passport.
Great car.
And if your breath stinks,
do you remember those commercials?
The breath Assure? Yep. Yeah. I don't know what that guy was famous for.
I don't know either.
He was an actor or something.
1-800-8-BREATH. I thought about calling it. Maybe we should call it right now while we're on the show.
We'll call it when we're doing after we call DSJ. Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Another commercial. And finally, all new episodes of Renegade.
Starring Antonio Sabato Jr., who is now a helicopter pilot.
Ah.
So, did you ever watch Renegade?
I remember. I didn't watch it, but I remember seeing it.
Long hair, riding around the desert on a motorcycle.
Yeah. And if you remember, USA Network, it was, I had a special place near and dear to my heart.
What's that?
Because of Dance Party USA, which we talked about
that was
a ways back.
Yeah.
It was on the USA Network.
Okay.
And do you remember the USA Network, the USA Cartoon Express?
I don't know if I do.
They had all kinds of different cartoons, but the beginning intro was this fast bullet,
like a train,
and it was white, and it said USA Network on the side of it, and it would go by like. There was some kids on bikes, and it would go by them, and they would wave to it, and then they would take off on their bikes to catch up. And there was a girl fishing in a boat, and they would go by, and she'd wave, and then as soon as the train went by, she'd pack up her stuff and zipped off to follow the train to catch out the cartoon.
I'll have to Google that. That sounds vaguely familiar. It was a cartoon train, though, that would go by?
Yeah, it was just all different kinds of cartoons.
Wow, okay.
We're back after all those Honda commercials.
They're really just beating us about the head with Honda commercials.
Well, at the beginning of it, they're like, presented by Honda, know?
Oh, no, yeah, the red, like you said in the intro, the cars driving around in the beginning were like, they have nothing to do with a restaurant, but everything to do with Honda.
In the opening graphics, the presented by Honda is larger than the words "grill me."
Yeah, and I'm sure that was an executive decision too. Someone had to say,
somebody had to pay for this.
Bigger. Well, bigger.
But game shows, when you have pilots and sitcoms and stuff, they are advertising is a lot of it. But for game shows, that's how all of the money got spent was we got to get money from advertising.
Yep, that's what they're doing. Now it's time for the main course round.
Yes, these are tougher questions. Brady says these are tougher questions.
But also with tougher questions, a bigger point value.
$33.95.
But they're all different, right?
Yeah, they were all different. But the Silence of the Lamb Chops was $33.95.
Ike and Tina Tuna.
Kevin Bacon, Lettuce, and Tomato.
Not ready for a prime rib.
Ink. Oh, you said Ike and Tina Turner. Susan, again, this round kills it. Just like there was one point where she rattled off like 7 answers in a row.
She's incredible.
And Dweezil's like, I'm not giving up.
And he didn't.
He didn't. He came back strong with not ready for prime rib. That was the SNL questions. It was not ready for prime rib.
Yep, and then we're getting down to the last question for that round, and then the dancers come out for the question.
It's a dance break.
And what were they singing? Something like the mashed potato, do the twist? Were they singing do the twist?
Come on, baby, let's do the twist.
And they all came out dancing
Chubby
to it.
Checker and the Fat Boys, the do and the twist. Take me by my hand. It goes like this.
I don't remember who answered the question, but I think it was Susan again who answered the question. And at this point, Dweezil had clawed his way out of the gutter, and now Christoph was in last place, so now he's out.
Yep, he one of the questions was the way name. Though the dance break question was name the Blues Brothers was what it was.
Right.
And even though Christoph got that right, barely, he only got he was the lowest. And Brady says, "Don't worry, you can buy a shirt." No, he says, "Oh, you ended up with $17.38. We're gonna he had $25. He goes, we're gonna round that up to $2,500 and give it to your charity
about passing the AIDS around."
Yeah, to bridge the gap.
Yep.
So Christoph's like, "Hey, all right, cool.
Hey, passing AIDS around, every cent helps."
It's getting chilly in here anyway.
Then it's time for yet another commercial break.
Dance and commercial. Dance, then commercial.
Always with the dancing. Then more Honda commercial. And then, at this point, I was running out of time, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to watch all the commercials. What was after that? Because I saw Silk Stockings.
The back pain one again.
No, I didn't see that. Dones.
Yep. Carnival Cruise Lines, starting at $249.
Not bad.
You'll never see that again. Maalox.
What is that? Is that like a...
It's like Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, that's a conflict of interest, if you ask me.
Hey, if you put the money on the table, we'll get your 30-second ad in there.
All right.
Just like on this show. If you have a product and you want us to run an ad for it, just show me
the money.
Show me the money.
Or show us some Pepto-Bismol. We'll do it for Pepto-Bismol.
Right. Silk Stockings, again, all new, coming. And then it showed a screen graphic of the USA schedule for that night.
Which includes Highlander, Murder, She Wrote, and the Tuesday night fights.
We are a good pair.
That's right.
I zigged, you zagged, we were right there.
Yep. So now we're going to the last round. It's the lightning fast dessert round. And
$50.
Yeah, that's right. I can't even read what I wrote there. Oh, it's what? I can't. Go ahead.
We had Murphy's Brownies.
Oh, that's right. Oh, here it is. A second banana split.
Yep.
That's what it was.
And the Snozberry thing. I couldn't write it down fast enough. It was a play on
That's a Wonka reference, I think.
Yeah, it was
right?
a Wonka reference. Susan's winning, and it's... Dweezil answers a couple more questions right. He's already knocked off Mr. No-Shirt guy.
Yeah, he's gone.
Who didn't even know. Here's the thing about him.
Yeah.
One of the questions was, of all the daytime... And really, a lot of these questions were skewed to these people should know this.
Right.
It's like, what would be, of all the soap operas, like which one would be last if you put them in alphabetical order?
Yeah, right.
It was Young and the Restless. He's on it, and he didn't get it right.
Is he on that one?
Yeah, he was on Young and the Restless. That's why he was like, I can't believe I didn't get that. You fucking idiot.
Oh, jeez.
Dweezil starts to get a little cocky, slaps a eat it on her.
Yeah.
And then she just barrels through.
Dominates it.
She 20 questions in a row. She
it's
just kills it.
It's like in basketball. Make it, take it. Mm-hmm. You make the basket, then you get to take it back out again.
Right.
And that's what happened with that round.
No,
she made it, and
no
she
blood,
kept
no
making
foul.
it.
No blood, no foul.
No blood, no foul. That's exactly right. Susan Olsen wins, and go ahead, because to me, the show is over at this point, but you've got some more, apparently. Susan
ends up with $737.75.
Wow.
Dweezil Zappa, $423.80. Dweezil, we're going to round that up and give your charity $2,500. So really, it doesn't matter if you go onto this. If you get knocked out first or not or second, it's still the same amount of money. Yeah. It should have been It should have been $3,000.
I agree.
What's the point?
Yeah.
Just because Dweezil had cool hair. And finally, Susan, your charity. I'm going to round up that $737. We're going to round it up to $5,000. Susan, you're the winner. Bam, 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 bam. This is a good time for the soap opera guy. What's his name?
Christoph.
Christoph
comes back out.
To come back out and just start dancing and shaking the hands of the ladies. Not the guys, just the ladies.
Oh, boy. Shake all the ladies' hands. And that's it. That's it for Grill Me. But that's okay. Stay tuned for CNET Central. It's up next.
Yep. I've seen it.
What are we listening to?
Whatever you want.
Do you like craft beer? Do you like music? If you don't like either of those, I hope you at least like laughing. And if I've still got your attention, the reason I'm asking is this. I want you to check out my upcoming podcast called Drunken Lullabies. I'm joined by my co-host Blake Szymanski and a rotating cast of characters. We do beer reviews, play music by bands we think you need to know, make you laugh a lot, and hopefully get you tipsy right along with us. We'll be bringing you a new episode every Sunday, and we hope you'll close your weekends out with us at Drunken Lullabies. We'll educate you on new beers to try, new albums to hear, and make you laugh at non-stop pop culture references and juvenile behavior, which is what you've come to expect from the Fakakta Comedy Funhouse. Look us up at fcfnetwork.com. We'll see you on the Sabbath. Cheers.
It's a pretty good show.
Pretty good show.
I like that show.
Yeah. Runs a little long sometimes.
I don't know about that.
Long in the tooth?
You know, that is a saying. I'll grant you that.
I think it's funny because I don't have a tooth.
That is funny. Drunken Lullabies is one of those shows that it's completely original from A to Z. They don't take from any other shows. They don't. There's not another podcast out there. It's a completely original, all brand new material, week after week.
I think they write their own stuff.
They write everything they do there. It's an incredible program. Subscribe to Couch Pilots too, of course, but subscribe to Drunken Lullabies in iTunes or your favorite podcast app. Leave them a comment. Tell your friends. It's a great show. They do very well, and I hope continued success for those guys.
Yeah, they. If you like craft beer, it's information.
Right.
It's informational.
Absolutely, it is.
I didn't know if I had the right word. If you like indie music, it's a really cool place that they always feature a new artist and play a couple songs. Great music. I've never listened to it and went, that song's stupid.
Never once.
Never once.
You know, quite an array of music too. They've had metal guys on there, rap, kind of indie pop stuff. It's all good. And
if you don't like either one of those two, just the banter between them.
All original, completely, hack-free banter that they have.
Exactly.
It's incredible.
It is.
So check out Beermansky. Check out The Voice on Drunken Lullabies. A new episode every Sunday on iTunes or wherever you find your podcasts.
And this is we're getting toward the end of June here, June 20th. So I would think that means that The Voice has been living with his lady friend for 20 days now.
And you know what they say after 20 days?
What?
A little long in the tooth.
Please remain seated as we are now crossing a zone of turbulence.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got my dates wrong. This is actually the 13th. So it's only been 13 days that they've...
they say about 13 days.
What?
It's like just under 2 weeks. This show obviously did not work. That's why it's on this podcast to begin with. And now we're going to talk about why. And I don't know. To me, it didn't work because I did not like the host, first of all. And I think that you could not replicate the celebrities week after week. So if you want to get a big splash, maybe you want celebrities to start off, but I don't think that's the true form of the show.
No, they had a lot of energy. Like a lot of game shows have lights, flashing lights. Gizmos that you rotate or circle or whatever. What was that one on Price is Right where you went to the top of the stairs and you put the
pachinko machine?
Yeah.
You get your little discs and you drop it down the pachinko machine, and then it's like, you get $0, or you maybe get $50, maybe you get $100, or right in the middle, maybe you get $1,000.
Yep. Which the one right in the middle always had that peg right in front of it, so there's really no way.
It's like a carnival game. There's no way on God's green earth you're getting that $1,000.
But you needed energy, you needed excitement, and they had it. The dancers were excessive. It was unnecessary. The blonde one was cute. I didn't look her up, but because she was already too old for me to look up. But just have them in waitress outfits or waiter, or like the guy could have been like a chef.
Yeah.
But just not so energetic. That's where it was obscene. Like it was just dumb.
I didn't need the dancing. You got to wonder how much input Honda had in this.
None. They just put a check.
Okay.
No, they put a check in there and said, "Hey, you got to play this commercial, 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 and this commercial."
And in one commercial break, they showed two of the same.
Yeah, they showed two of the same one.
And they showed one commercial maybe 3 times over the course of 3 different commercial breaks. But during one break, one commercial was shown twice.
Yep.
Thankfully, not back to back like you and I often do. But sometimes we just lick each other's lips back to back. That's how we do it. That's how we do it over here at Couch Pilots. I will say I liked your idea of perhaps the dancers. I wouldn't like them dancing, but maybe if those people were dressed as a waitress,
Sure.
and not like a Hooters girl at the finish line of NASCAR,
No, like a sock hop.
Right.
And
then maybe have a chef come out with kind of a greasy bib or something. I don't know. We don't need dancing. We just do it. It's unneeded.
We don't need dancing and the clapping. We definitely don't need the clapping.
I don't need the
I don't go to a diner and just be like,
What if someone like drops a bunch of silverware or porcelain? You don't clap?
No, I always. That happened to us last night at Buffalo Wild Wings. It makes me nervous. I feel bad for the person who dropped it.
Do you ever look at them?
Oh yeah.
Why do you do that?
Right at them.
To shame them or what?
What the fuck is wrong with you? No, I'm like, what? I usually look and go, was it because of the breasts?
Because, you think breasts are a huge factor in people dropping things? Hey, you know what? I've never thought of it. You might be right.
You know me? Always thinking about breasts.
Always. That is you and not me. I never look. I never look at when something drops because I know what it is. Now, if I heard like a chicken squawk, I'll probably look at that.
Or like a bomb.
Yeah, or if I hear a bomb that go
or like
off.
a machine gun. Or like a child screaming. I'll look over, I guess.
Yeah, but
see if they have AIDS.
Yeah, see if I hear two wounds being smashed together, I'll look over, I guess.
What's that sound like? Exactly. Oh man, this is great.
That's how you get AIDS. I think that's how Magic Johnson got AIDS. Wasn't it? No comment on that.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't say for sure.
Well, I was there, and I'll tell you right now, I saw him rubbing his open wound against a man with AIDS.
With Al Green?
Al Green?
I think it was
the singer. Does he have AIDS too?
Magic Johnson there was a guy that played on his team
who had
I think
AIDS?
it was Al. No, it was Al Green, and there was a thing on him the other day. How he stayed a virgin through his whole career. He was a virgin.
Was he gay though? Had to have been gay. Yeah,
it's not for me to judge. I don't know.
I'm not saying it's bad.
I'll look into it. I'll have the stewardess check on that because I can't push all these buttons and look at my phone.
Here's my guess:
data.
Al Green, gay. The end of story.
Okay,
that's what I say. If this game show survived, take the waitresses, put them in outfits that look more like you're in a restaurant. Take away the dancing. Get a new host, or at least a host with a jacket that fits.
With the most.
Yeah. I mean that's a tall order, I think, to get the most, but more anyway. Get the host with some more.
AC Green, power forward,
power bottom. That's how you get AIDS.
It doesn't say on this basketballreference.com. It doesn't say he was gay.
Well, just go to Google and type AC Green AIDS, gay AIDS.
Okay,
that should pop right up.
All right, I'll do that while you give me some kind of information.
Okay. Also, where I'd like to see this go if it survived, maybe just bring out the celebrities, I don't know, twice a year like Jeopardy does. You don't need them all the time. This is for regular folks.
And I really think that they probably would have. Mm-hmm. This was just, hey, let's keep this off. Let's get it going. Let's, what's going to draw people in? Famous people like Dweezil Zappa.
Super ultra famous people like Dweezil Zappa. But I don't know. To me, it was very much just like any other show. They could have played up the restaurant portion of it a little bit better. Maybe had them sitting at a counter than rather behind a podium. There are certain elements where it's like if I just looked at certain parts of it, I'd be like, oh, I couldn't tell they're in a restaurant at this point. Play up that
backdrop. The backdrop could have had like a jukebox.
Sure. Or like someone making chocolate malts.
Just go take a picture of a Maid-Rite. Take a picture of it and copy it.
That's how
here we go. AC Green was known as a deeply religious and is well known for proclaiming that he began and ended his NBA career as a virgin. During his playing days, his teammates would frequently send women to tempt him to compromise his morals. Green would respond by calmly quoting scripture. He runs youth camps through his AC Green Youth Foundation promoting abstinence until marriage. In 2000, he wore a green bear on his head while on the bench during basketball games to promote his foundation. Green married his wife, Veronica, on April 20th, 2002. He subsequently then got super sexed up. Also, he suffered from chronic hiccups.
Chronic hiccups? That's a good way right there just to repel women.
Yeah.
Constant hiccups. I tell you what, if I've been with my fair share of ladies. So have you.
3 or 4.
3 or 4. That's right. Between us, 3 or 4. And so I don't. I think I manually manipulate myself on a regular basis to where any man would. But if I was a virgin and I lasted as long as he was, to the age he was, my hands would be calloused up beyond repair. I think
maybe that's why he was so good at basketball and like dribbling and stuff.
Because his hands are so calloused. Because you can dribble really hard, and that's what you want in basketball. Hard and fast in those dribbles. That's what I always say. Let's take this plane in for a final descent.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position.
Okay, we're coming in. I always look for those glowing cones. Again, not seeing them.
No cones. I don't know if we can land this.
Let's go through a couple reviews real quick, and then we'll shoot them a call.
Okay.
This is funny to me. There is nothing in Rotten Tomatoes. IMDb doesn't even have a score for this because it needs 5. This is one of those rare ones that almost nobody saw, and almost nobody seeks out. Some of them like Action Family or like Adventures in Babysitting. These are things that I've heard of Chris Elliott, or I remember the show Adventures in Babysitting. I remember that movie. People search these things out or stumble across them. Grill Me contains no one of any real note that someone would be actively searching out, and to me, a game show, they're so frivolous anyway. They're just kind of throwaways day after day. Who would actively be searching for this?
That's true. We would.
Minus us, almost no one.
I was excited. I sent you the link. I sent you the.
You found this one.
I found it, and I said, please tell me we can do this one.
And I was like, you know what? You owe me a big favor if we do this.
Oh, really? Let me just say one word.
Mm-hmm.
Tribe.
I don't know. You don't owe me any favors now. I didn't see any critic reviews. There are a couple of viewer reviews. And this is something else I'll say. There's only a couple. Well, actually, one of them was 1 month ago. Wow, this is bizarre. Anyway, there's a portion of Reddit. I don't know if you ever go on Reddit.
I downloaded it the other day, and I've tried to start going through
the app.
Yeah.
I just downloaded the app, too, for the first time. I usually just went right to the website on my smartphone, and while I'm taking a dump, I will peruse it. And there is information on almost anything on Reddit. Some forum to talk, a place where you can post pictures or videos or discussions. And there is nothing. They even have a specific portion of Reddit called obscure media. Just bizarre things that were made and put out there. Millions of people flock to Reddit every day. There is nothing. No comments, nada on Grill Me.
Wow.
Nothing. To me, that's like the last bastion of hope when you're looking for something.
In my opinion, everybody that listens to this episode, all 30 people, they need to go to YouTube and watch this before it vanishes.
I hope so.
We're unearthing a gem.
That's right. We shine the lights on these gems that sparkle so hard after our light is
so hard.
Sparkles
so hard.
East Tones 1, only a month ago, wrote, conflict of interest much? I wonder why standards and practices didn't raise a stink about the Brady category. What does that mean?
He's saying, like what I said earlier, that
they're biased towards her?
They're tailor-made for... Who cares?
Who cares?
They had ones about Snoop Dogg. Dweezil should have had that. What is he going to do? Frank Zappa...
Social Security number. Sloop Sklark 2. I don't even know what that name... 8 months ago. I can see why this wasn't picked up. Hey, great comment. Rodney 12797. He said the Quicksilver set. So this person recognized the set from another game show.
That's weird.
He recognized it and was like, "I'll just type 3 words. The Quicksilver set."
They just put checkered floor on and some tables.
Yep, I guess so. And then Blackjack 1157 says, instead of grill me, he says, "Kill me."
Come on.
I'm not going to kill him.
You can't expect us to... We're not going to come to your house and kill you after you told us to. That's so on the internet. We're going to get traced back.
We're going to do one of two things. We're going to come to your house and kill you if we're not prompted by you like this.
Right.
Or you can come here and we'll kill you.
Well, here's the thing. It's like he's prompting everybody to do it because then he knows nobody's going to do it because he's been prompted them to.
That may be the smartest thing I've ever heard then. He's kind of saving his own life, right?
He's a fucking genius.
This Blackjack 1157 is a genius.
Poker player.
Let's give this thing's R rating.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FCF Airport. Local time is 11:11 and the temperature is 69 degrees. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captains turn off the fasten seatbelt sign.
I don't normally do this, and I feel bad for doing this.
You stopped recording again.
No. I usually don't correct you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You said, let's give it our ratings.
Right.
Okay? It's our ratings. You're saying the letter R. And so to me, you're already biased into the listeners subconsciously.
That's right.
That you're going to give it a bad rating, rated R. R rating.
Giving an R rating?
That's what you said. Let's give it our
like
rating.
Rated R?
Let's give it our rating.
NC-17 rating. Do I do that instead?
No, just say our. Our.
R.
Say pretzel.
Pretzel? That's Pretzel? Is that what you're saying?
Okay, let's go.
You know, before we do that, do you want to get DSJ on the phone?
Yeah, I mean, we're already landed.
Okay, hold on. Before we give it a rating, let's call Tarmac John real quick to make sure that he's all right. Let's see.
DSJ, is that what you got? I have it as Tarmac John.
Mine says DSJ.
Okay.
Okay, it's ringing.
How you been?
Not good, man. Not good. Really not good. Oh, hey, John, what's up? No. Yes, it is Monday. Well, we were scared to death. We didn't know what happened. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Tell your mom to leave your calendar there, then. Uh-huh. Well, you know, we count on you. It's okay, buddy. This is the first...
Tell me I said hi.
Tell you said
hi. Tell me I said hi.
Philip Restashire, Captain Philip Restashire says hi. He's here with me. No, we just landed. I don't know how we did it either. Mm-hmm. Get that calendar back. Let's make sure you cross the days off every day like we talked about. Right. No, it's fine. We will see you next Monday then. I'm just happy you're okay. Hold on one second.
Tell him we're going to have to dock his pay. Because he wasn't here.
That's okay. And, you know, I think, John, it goes without saying we're going to have to dock your pay this week because you weren't here. You didn't perform the job that you get paid for. Well, I hope you don't kiss your mother with that mouth, John. Uh-huh. Okay, look, you know what? I got to go. We're about to give our ratings. We just got our cell service back. We wanted to make sure you're okay because we were terrified that you weren't here. You've never missed a day. Okay, John. John. You know what? I'm going to call you back. You are way off base here, sir. Okay. I don't know where you keep the Ds. The D batteries? Check your nightstand. Look, I'm going to call you back in a little bit. We're going to wrap the show up. All right, John. All right. Right. Okay.
Ooh.
Sorry about that.
Is he obviously he's okay?
Yeah, he was just whitewashing some trays when I called him.
Oh.
Over at his job at McDonald's. I can't believe they let him use his cell phone there, but whatever. That's neither here.
Hey, we're not the employers.
No, we're just as Monday employees.
I can't believe he got double scheduled or something.
Yeah, you know, I think
calendar.
I think they take advantage of him sometimes at McDonald's, and they and the calendar was I don't know.
Okay, all right,
we'll move past it. It's fine. He's fine, thank God.
Yep,
thank God we landed safely. Now we will safely present our ratings to you, our frequent flyers. This is on a scale of 1 to 7, 1 being the worst the show can be, 7 being the best it can be, and they're all associated with characters from Wings, all the way at the bottom.
5.
Oh,
I'm giving it a 5.
You're giving it a 5. No, that's quick. You know who a 5 is?
I forget.
It's Lowell Mather.
Lowell.
That's good.
I liked it.
You did like it.
I liked it. It was fun.
You did like it. It was kind of
I
fun.
don't know if it was fun because I wasn't engulfed in the actual game. I was just engulfed in Dweezil Zappa's mood swings.
The personal dramas.
Yeah, he went from high to low to high to low. I loved it. I'm tagging his ass in this one.
Oh, please
I've
do.
already got his.
I'm sure he'll respond right away.
It wasn't a failed pilot. It was.
Hey, yeah, it failed, but it wasn't my fault. I held that whole show up. The reason I got a 5 is because of me.
I'm Dweezil fucking Zappa. You ever heard my music? It sounds like this. Have
you heard it?
No.
4. I give it a 4. Right down the middle. I didn't hate it. There's something. It was to me. It was just a very milquetoast, run of the mill. There's nothing special about it. It could have been a lot better. It could have been a lot worse. I give it a 4.
It was our first game show. It was kind of cool. I enjoyed doing something a little different. We dipped our toes in something a little different.
Sure. I mean, we dipped our toes into a British show called the Crystal Cube, and what an acid bath of toe tipping that was.
Acid bath of toe tipping.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been cow tipping?
No, have you? Mm-mm. I don't think. You know what? And when I'm young, it sounds hilarious.
Old wives' tale. I think it's old wives' tale. I don't think they'll actually tip over. Me and Garrett, when I take him home every other weekend, we drive by this farm, and they just had some calves a few weeks ago back, and so we've been watching their progress. Well, last night when we drove by, I stopped and pulled over to watch them. About 3 of them were just the big mamas were just staring at us like with their little yellow tag earring.
They say they sleep standing up and you knock them over and they can't get up, or I was like, of course they can get up.
Yeah, because I see them laying around all the time, and then I drive back by 2 hours later, and they're walking around.
Yeah.
So, there's no DSJ just with a crane just lifting all these fucking cows up.
But if that were the case, if the old wives' tale was true, there's only one man for that job.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, I give it a 4, and you give it a 5, and with that we close the book on Grill Me. But maybe not game shows forever. There might be another game show out there for us.
We're going to find one. I enjoyed it.
That's all right. We're done with this episode, but we're not done in general. Join us next time, won't you, when we watch the pilot episode of Justice League of America. Here's a little something to wet your whistle. An evil weatherman intent on destroying New Metro City with a series of malevolent meteorological mishaps.
Wow.
Wow, that is
Did you write that?
No. Can the superpowered and semi-employed Justice League of America save the day, or will New Metro be drowned in a humongous tidal wave?
Spoiler alert.
Uh-oh.
There's a tidal wave comes really close to Metro.
That's right. You can find the entire episode by subscribing to Couch Pilots in iTunes or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then click on our classically blue links. Oh, they're in our show notes, or go to cosmicnewsbook.com. But I'd really have to insist that you click on our show notes.
Yeah. We had some difficulties, and it's just really important that you follow our lead.
Yeah, follow our lead on this one. And if you have any questions about that or anything else, please contact us at couchpilotspodcast@gmail.com. If you've got suggestions, if you've got requests, if you have questions on anything, let us know. We're available 24 hours a day. You can go to fcfnetwork.com and see all of our shows. They're all for free. Subscribe to them. Take the FCF Network Challenge. Listen to our shows.
If you send us an email, I promise, no matter what time of the day it is, I will respond within 15 minutes.
Wow. That's the FCF guarantee right there. Good on you, Blake. That's a commitment to customer service is what that is.
Hey, that's what I'm all about, customer service.
Do you have any final words before we depart the plane and go down the tarmac without John?
No, I mean we had some appetizers. We had some surf and turf,
delicious craft soda,
and yeah, the soda was pretty cool. I really like that song. Can you hit that up again?
Max is fired up, so come on, drink it all night long. Slam it, girl.
Slam it, girl. Slam it, girl. Slam it, girl.
That's a great song. I can't wait to use that every single episode going forward when we drink our craft sodas. Anyway, this pilot may have been rough, but it's always a smooth flight here on Couch Pilots. Thank you, everyone, and we will see you next time.
We love you. We need you.
We do need you.
On behalf of Couch Pilots,
I want to be with you.
Crew, we'd like to thank you for joining us.
I want you to tell people about us.
We're looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a nice day.
This has been a Fakakta Comedy Funhouse production, produced by Jason Tosher, executive produced by Blake Clayton. For more information and content, go to fcfnetwork.com.